as we wait for the people.
What are your thoughts? What do they want for the party or something that the party will not be very happy? Yes, from us. It happens. It happens most of the time. So maybe I just want to correct.
And I say 3.8 because
there's a reason why, because we are women of integrity. We know the meaning of integrity.
Mzalendo Trust is a parliamentary monitoring organization that monitors and promotes the openness, inclusion and accountability of Parliament. We work to, among other things, support the inclusion of women and young people.
I think it's a win-win, it's a two-way thing for us, that we also have to be proactive and at the same time see how we are going to have the increased participation of women at the leadership, so that we're also comfortable knowing that this bill, even if I have it, it is going to come to the floor of the House.
The moment we shall accept that we must be united as women, I'm telling you what women can drive, no man can drive. Can we accept be united along tribal lines when it comes to women issues? Can we be united along how we spend our time? We are even stingy with the knowledge that we have ourselves.
So we are here today to bring together women parliamentarians from Kenya, just to check through and see where we are at, especially with the 13th Parliament and their performance in the first 1 year. And beyond that, just to critically look at, the gaps and the opportunities where we can enhance women's political participation, especially in the legislation. So we have brought in women parliamentarians from across Senate and the National Assembly, so that we can deeply look at, the barriers that are continuing, try to discuss what are some of the barriers that continue hindering women from, performing in Parliament, but also to affirm them for the work that they are doing in Parliament, and encourage them and see how best we can support them to be able to do better.
So when being your sister's keeper, so when you know there's something you can mention and say, hey, Elachi, I saw your bill, try and lobby a few members here and there, because it already have reached. Or if you are at a committee level and the bill has already been, they have already finished the committee, somebody now within the committee can also whisper, talk to our chair to forward this thing to the House. I think being your sister's keeper, that is what I mean by teamwork. Whatever you see something for a fellow woman or colleague, try to assist and even offer advice on how it can be done.
Very, very good.
We empathize with those further affected by the rains, including displacements and loss of livelihoods. As a nation, this is the time to pull together and avoid blame games. We urgently call upon the government to expedite interventions to ensure the safety and well-being of the affected communities, and even to go further and declare the rains as a national disaster.
The real agenda is that KEOPA calls for urgent concerted interventions to mitigate the effects of the El Nino rains and the full realization of the 2/3 gender rule. But more importantly, to look at the country. And as we have said, we still urge the government that what is happening in the country, we must now come together, all of us, with our partners, and now deal with the matter of El Nino. Because as we speak, the northern part of Kenya is cut off from this area of Kenya, and we call it Kenya B right now, because there are no food supplies going in, no medical supplies, towns are submerged. We are on the verge of getting waterborne and vector-borne diseases. We've lost lives. Women are giving birth and losing their children in the submerged areas. The situation is dire. It's unfortunate that the government hasn't done enough to even visit those areas and to ensure that they've even dropped food and non-food items to those areas. And we thank Red Cross. Red Cross is really doing a good job, but of course we need collective, concerted effort to manage this menace. Thank you.